Hey, did you know it's a great day to wear a watch?
What's up, Schwartz Force? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at this kind of cool $20 to $25 watch by RUIMAS. This is an homage, as you can see, of the BVLGARI Octo. It's not necessarily the finissimo, it's not that thin, but it'll definitely scratch the itch for you. And while I like this watch, spoiler alert, there's a lot of things that I would like to see changed with it. And I think if this brand made some pretty substantial tweaks to this watch, it would just be awesome, and I would pay much more for it. That being said, I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are, so at the end of this video, please drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of this watch after seeing the review. And if you want to help me out, you can give this video a thumbs up. It is free, but a really cool way to let YouTube know to share this with others who may not know about my channel. All right, without further ado, let's jump into the RUIMAS and see yay or nay. All right, guys, so here is the boxing. Again, for 20 bucks, you know, kind of what to be expected. Just a nice little simple cardboard box with branding on it. When we open it up, I like that they at least put some foam at the top. We see our watch here, yeah, and then a little instruction manual, English and Russian. I like that they put alloy edition, and we'll get to that in just a second. And yeah, just on a simple little foam pillow. Here you go. So let's go ahead and get up close on this bad boy. Now, I just want to point out again, this is a $20 to $25 watch, so I'm going to be reviewing it as such. I do want to give kudos to the brand for mentioning that this is an alloy case. You guys know I've had issues with some brands like BVLGARI, for example, who say that their watch is stainless steel, all stainless steel, and you come to find out it's an alloy case that's been plated. Not cool, especially for the price they're charging for the watch. But here at $20 to $25, they let you know up front it's an alloy case, and we do have a stainless steel case back, 30 meters of water resistance. So, you know, not something you want to jump into the pool with or go take to the beach. And then we do have a simple tang buckle, also in this kind of high polish finish, and that has branding on it as well. So even though we have a similar shape to the BVLGARI Octo, we've got a case diameter of just under 42 millimeters. We include the crown, that's going to put us right at 47 millimeters. The lug to lug height, surprisingly, this will wear well on a lot of wrists because it's only 47 millimeters lug to lug, and then the case thickness with this domed mineral crystal is putting us just at about 12.5 millimeters. Pretty cool. I wouldn't worry about trying to replace straps on this particular watch, and the reason being is we have a very odd 29 millimeter lug width, and that does taper down on this silicone strap to just around 23 millimeters, 23 and a half. So a little bit strange, but for $20 to $25, you're getting a really nice, soft, supple silicone strap. It flexes really easily and it's very comfortable to wear. You see this ridging here on the inside that's going to help with comfort and also keeping the sweat off of your wrist. And then nice little attention to detail is coming from the end of the strap. There's that little beveled edge that runs all the way up towards the lugs. So that's a nice little touch as well. Now, looking at the case up close, we haven't even gotten at macro level, but you can tell this is an alloy case because of that very rough and broad brushing effect you see there. Also, the high polish areas are always going to have a little bit of a distortion to them. That's another telltale sign that it's plated. But we do see high polish on the lugs and along this inner lip that runs along the side of the bezel. And that is, of course, giving us that octagonal pattern shape. And then we see brushing on the rest of the watch. I like that the crown is very similar to the BVLGARI Octo crown as well. Those kind of double ridges going along. It's unsigned with a little bit of high polish on the front as well. Now, I will say one of the things I'm not a big fan of just off the bat is this crystal. So being that it is already hard to read because of lack of AR coating, I mean, look at the crystal just reflects all of the light. And then on top of that, because it's domed, you have this very deep distortion effect at an angle. So I think combining the distortion with the reflective qualities of the crystal, it just would have been nicer for them to put a flat crystal. Obviously, if they went all out and made this watch a lot more better in terms of material, seeing a flat sapphire crystal in there would be awesome, especially if they did a full stainless steel case. I'd pay much more money for something like that. So if you're watching RUIMAS, let's make some updates. Now, Looking at the dial, this is where the watch really impressed me. I was pleasantly surprised to see, one, we see obviously it's a black dial, but it's not a high gloss finish. It actually has this more of a matte, almost like an orange peel effect to it. I think it looks really good. So as we see it ticking away, this is a simple three-handed quartz movement, but look at the finishing on these Dauphine style hands. They're all reflective, high polish. It's a little bit of a skeletonized middle insert that's, cut away. They're actually finished pretty nice for $20 to $25. I was blown away with that. Simple needle, second hand. I like that the minute hand and the second hand extend all the way out to the chapter ring there, and we see that those minute stick indices are printed in white paint. And then of course, keep an eye out for these applied markers. I just love how it's done so well. So you look at how they have this brushed finish on the top and high polish on those beveled edges. It just reflects light amazingly on each of those stick indices, and they're applied evenly and done really well. Just like the BVLGARI Octo, we see a 12 and 6 Arabic numeral that's printed or applied, and that is also in a brushed finish. Really, the dial kind of blew me away for this price point, what you get. There's no lume applied, but again, it's a dressier type of piece, so you don't need lume in my opinion on this. The BVLGARI Octo doesn't have lume either, so they kept it true there. And then the only thing is, you'll notice this octagonal pattern that runs along the Rayhat there, and underneath the crystal, there's some QC issues where the finishing's really rough on that lip there. Same thing on this side. So again, at $20 to $25, that's where you're losing some of the value because the finishing is not going to be that great. Now that said, when we have the crown out in position 2, it's very easy. This movement's pretty nice. I believe it's a Miyota quartz movement in there, and moves the hands very nicely. And we see the date window there at 3 o'clock. I'm not really a big fan. It would have been nice to have a black date wheel, but again, at this price point, it's pretty standard. The printing on it at least looks good. And then we see that the date change starts at right about 11 p.m. That clicks over just before midnight. So very nice to see that change over within an hour. Okay, so next up, I want to show you how the watch wears on my 7-inch wrist. As you can see, lug to lug height gives plenty of space there on my particular wrist, and then you can tighten this down probably to about a 6, maybe 6.25 inch wrist, and then you could wear this to a much larger wrist size, probably 8.5 inch wrist as well, because of all of the options on the strap. So I do like that. And then let's just do a quick wrist roll. Again, really reflective crystal, rests nicely above the wrist there. But I think if you like the BVLGARI Octo and you're looking for a watch that's going to scratch the itch, this is a great option for not a lot of money. It's just a fun, cool little watch to enjoy. Now they do have this also in a black PVD coated color. So if you want to pick this watch up, I'm going to put some links down below. They are affiliate links, so please use those guys. That helps out my channel. I get a small commission for that, but doesn't cost you anything extra. And I'll do that for both AliExpress and for Amazon. As far as my feedback, here's what I would say. If RUIMAS had done this in stainless steel, keep it a quartz movement, that's fine, and put a flat mineral or sapphire crystal on top of this and just put a little bit more effort into the finishing, and I think they could charge easily $60, $70 for a watch that had really good specs and materials. So that's just my opinion, but I want to hear from you guys. So drop me a comment down below. I always look forward to your feedback, and if you enjoyed this video, again, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps out my channel. Join the Schwartz Force. If you haven't yet, you can do that by tapping my logo over here. And then if you did enjoy the video and want to see more content from my channel, check these out. I know you'll really enjoy them. But until next time, guys, I will look forward to seeing you, and may the Schwartz be with you. Take care.